Hi, it's Dwyer, gamblersadvisory.com, a free site, bettingangle.us, a free site. Remember, the opinion you should follow should be your own. Just consider this video to be a second opinion from a complete stranger online. Now, we got extremely lucky, and I mean extremely lucky, on the Sonny Edwards-Bam Rodriguez fight. There's no question about it, right? For members here, in the pre-fight video, the part of the hedge that cashed was the under 10 and a half rounds at a plus 500. Again, that's the under 10 and a half rounds at a plus 500. For those keeping track, the other part of the hedge was Sonny Edwards, simply to win, at a plus 170. Now, what this meant is that you were 90 seconds away from losing this hedge, right? Sonny Edwards' corner pulls the plug at the end of the 10th round. And under 10 and a half gives you till the midway point of the 11th round. It was clear that Bam Rodriguez was dominating the fight at that point. He dropped Sonny Edwards in the closing moments of the 10th round. Edwards gets off the canvas, is able to make it back to his corner. His corner's been with him a long time. They looked at him. Edwards looked to have lacerations on his face. He had been hit that hard. The CompuBox numbers would later show that Bam Rodriguez had landed 62% of his power shots. Right now, let me just say, the fight could have turned out differently. I thought Sonny Edwards came out, wins the first round suddenly, and it was sudden. In the second round, you notice that one of his eyes was puffed up, was closing. In his post-fight comments, Sonny talked about the fact that he was having a problem picking up the shots. Folks, when you're Sonny Edwards and you like to drop your hands and rely on your reflexes for defense, that's perilous, right? Bam, very interesting. Let me just say, we knew going into this fight that he had the volume edge. We also knew that he had the power edge. Sonny Edwards only had 4 KOs on his resume, right? Bam was the fighter with the knockout history. What I didn't know, and I'm just talking for myself, was just how accurate Bam Rodriguez was. Also, just how much ring coverage. This was news to me, right? On a bet I won. Just how much ring coverage Bam Rodriguez has, right? That's the story of this fight. The lacerations on Sonny's face were caused in large part by jabs thrown by Bam Rodriguez from distance, right? Understand, Sonny's moving. Bam is able to come up, time the movement, then get off extremely accurate, long jabs. Then, later in the fight, Bam was able to then step further into the pocket and throw some big hooks, right? But it's Bam Rodriguez from distance that does most of the damage. And I would encourage people to take a hard look at Sonny's face, which is heavily marked. Right now, we understand that things happen in a progression, right? Had Sonny Edwards tucked his head a little bit better, not had the success that he had in the first round, right? Had he put a hand up, you know the defensive construct I like. It's that Archie Moore defensive construct. Had Sonny, while moving, right? Both guys are southpaws. Had Sonny just put a right hand up on this side of his face, still had his dominant hand, right, to throw laser-like straight lefts, and caught some of Bam's shots with his hand rather than relying on his vision and just ducking the shots, this fight could well have turned out differently. Right? I know many people are going to disagree with that assessment. That's okay. You just got a plus 500, folks, on an under. Think about that. Right? Again, the over-under was a little bit high. Right? Bam himself hadn't been getting knockouts lately. If you're a Bam Rodriguez fan, you should be a little concerned about the fact that Bam, like Ali in the 70s, got his jaw broken in a fight, like Jay Obitaya now. Right? In other words, Bam is in there, and while he is a highly skilled fighter and while he's offensively blessed, right? I had no idea he had this level of ring coverage, and I've watched a few Bam Rodriguez fights. Right here, the ring coverage was off the page. Right? Bam is offensively blessed. But, right, fighters who get broken jaws are getting hit a little bit too much and need to make sure they work on their defense just a tad. Understand, Sonny Edwards here, light hitting Sonny Edwards, in a fight in which Sonny's getting hit by 62% of Bam's power shots, makes it to the end of the 10th round. For subscribers here, let's just feel grateful that Sonny Edwards did not make it to the second half of the 11th round. As a result, we have extra change in our pockets today. I congratulate Bam Rodriguez. He is jumping around weight classes right now. Very talented guy. If you look in his history, you're going to see that when he was a teenager, and I'm not talking about 18 or 17 or 16, I'm talking about something like 15, he won an amateur tournament. Right? This is a special fighter. He faces Carlos Cuadras, as they tell you on the telecast, on 5 days' notice, and he wins that fight against Cuadras, who was a KG vet. Right? So you're talking about a very talented 23-year-old who just beat an unbeaten Sonny Edwards. But let's not feel bad for Sonny. I would encourage Sonny to put a hand up to catch some shots as he's moving his head. You know what I like? I like fighters who can lean backward, give themselves that extra millisecond to get out of the way of shots. I thought Edwards was doing well until his cuts took over and started to impact his vision. That's the fight I saw. Let me hear from you. And understand, this was a rare fight. This was southpaw against southpaw. Right? Both of these guys, I feel, are better acclimated when they're facing righties. So this was a rare fight. I congratulate Bam Rodriguez. We need more of this kind of fight in boxing, unbeaten against unbeaten. Right? Unification match, both guys willing to risk it all. Neither guy bashful in the ring. It's clear neither guy wanted to edge the other. Both guys went for dominance. Sonny Edwards actually starts trading with Bam Rodriguez. That got Sonny dropped at the end of the 10th round. I thought it was a fascinating chess match fight. I thought the cuts ultimately ruled the day. Let me hear from you. Tell us the fight you saw. Tell us the odds you got. How did you play this fight? Because I thought Bam was too big of a favorite. Right? Tell us the odds you got. Tell us how you played the fight. Tell us the prop bets you pursued, win or lose. Tell us how you saw the fight unfolding. Rodriguez claimed that it was in around the 4th round that he started to feel like the fight was going his way. Understand, he blows up Edwards' eye in the 2nd round. Right? Edwards' corner uses an end swell. Let me say, too, that Edwards' cuts were deep cuts. In other words, he was hit with some ferocity around the eye area, right? If you're a Sonny Edwards backer, you want your man protecting his eyes a little bit better than he did this fight. That's how I see it. Let me hear from you. I look forward to your comments in the comment section of this YouTube video. Thanks for stopping by.